Hello, you splendiferous folk. How you diddling? Okay? Today I'm talking about Hugo Talks. I'm talking about Jesus Christ. And I'm talking about Pluto and Aquarius and geoengineering. So let's get into it. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. Today's Friday. Tomorrow we do the Ego Ascension course. If you think you would like to join, send me an email. I'll send you the details, okay? Last chance hotel. So this last week, Pluto entered into Aquarius, okay? What does that mean? Good things. That's in my book. I'm not an astrologer. Just means good stuff. Means change. Means stuff's going to change. And boy, are we in that at the moment. What I'm aware of is this, and I don't know if it's got anything to do with it, but I'm a little bit suspicious. So 2 days before the day that Pluto was going to enter into Aquarius, they started, after quite a long pause, they started doing geoengineering in the sky. But I have never seen such an intensity. We live in a country. There's nothing here. There's no cities or anything. I mean, we're 40 minutes from Madrid, but there's nothing here. And we were lambasted by them. Literally, the sky was greyed out. It was incredible. And it went on for 3 days. And I thought, I wonder, because my gut feel is, above all, the geoengineering is to stop the sun from raising the vibration, as is the plan. Yeah, that's basically, I think there are other things, but I think that's the principal one. Well, I was thinking, well, maybe they're also trying to stop this impact of this change in the astrological situation. Yeah, so who knows? Or maybe they just fancied giving it welly. Who knows? I don't know. But it just seemed very, very unusual. Very unusual. So based on the fact that I was out running and meditating on that day when we'd moved into Aquarius and Pluto, not me, right? We're part of it. And I asked the emissaries what the energies were like, and they were saying, "Wow, like never before." That's what they said, like never before. And I said to them, but never before in a good way or never before in a bad way? And they said both. They said everything's in overdrive. The good is in overdrive and the bad is in overdrive, which we talked about on Monday, the kind of hubble, bubble, boil and trouble. These times, they're increasing the Great Tribulation. But at the same time, the positive vibes, the good vibes are increasing exponentially. And there's only one winner in all of this. And that's mankind and God. But there's only one winner. There's only one way that this can go. However, they won't go down without a fight. And I think not. I think jolly right that they should go down with a fight. They've been hanging on to the power for a long time. There's got to be a fight. In fact, it wouldn't be fun if they just threw in the towel. If they just laid down the gloves. No, let's have a bit of a set too. Rocky music, like I don't know if you saw the video of in France of the guy that was boxing the police, and they put the Rocky music on. It was hilarious. That's what we want. A bit of oomph, yeah. But that I can watch. No, I don't want to get involved in oomph. I'm not. Oomph before, when I was younger. Let the young people do the oomph. I tell you one thing I did notice, and I don't know if you've seen this. Whenever there are riots where people are damaging things, every time that I see that, I see a pattern. And I've just been watching, all the people taken to the streets in Paris. But where the cameras are, always, where people are smashing and burning and everything, they're all young men dressed in black with black scarves on the face. And I just see a pattern. Like, whenever people are going to riot, they bring them in to make sure that they give them a bad name. They want the riot to have a bad name. And so they come in and they start smashing stuff up. I mean, just meaningless smashing up. And yet when the cameras pan round, which is very rare that they'll allow you to see anything except what's going on, the people smashing stuff up, all I watch is just people standing, watching. People dressed normally. People with their phones like this, but dressed normally. And I don't know. I do not trust any of those videos that I watch. However, there's an awful lot of Frenchies out in the street. Good for them. Good for them. I do like the French. I do like the French for their go-getter attitude. A bit more of that. Like go-getter. Not smashing stuff up. Absolutely not. No. That's not how you get people's attention. There are other ways. Just getting together, just being together in a group, that's enough. That gets the attention of the universe. So now I want to talk about Jesus. So I told you a while ago that I kind of had opened up a channel of communication. It was very emotional with, what I'm going to call it is Christ consciousness, okay? Call it Jesus if you want or whatever. But what I'm aware of is that I listened to Hugo Talks, and I've listened to Hugo Talks for years. And when at the beginning, he did a lot of great work. He did a lot. He still does. But then he had this epiphany. He had a religious epiphany. I don't know if you've listened to him when he talks about that. But suddenly, all of his stuff is now he's quoting from the Bible. He's talking about the Bible. It's incredible. He's like he's had a total walk-in. Like he's had a Jesus walk-in. Yeah. So obviously I've already been down that road of the Bible, and I do quote the Bible, and I do believe that the Bible's got some interesting stuff in it. But I wouldn't want to live my life around the Bible, because then there's some bad stuff in it as well. Yeah. But the bits that are really nice. So I had this kind of conversation with Jesus, and it was very beautiful. And since then, not all of the time, because the emissaries are kind of my go-to for information and everything, but every now and again I talk to Jesus, and I just kind of, and the message is always very different. It's a very different one to the emissaries. The emissaries have got a very specific job. And I was looking at what's happening, and I said to Jesus, I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? It sounds weird to me. I said to Jesus. So I asked this consciousness, are we seeing your return? Are we seeing your return? Because obviously this is what everybody's been waiting for, the return of Christ. And the reply came, yes, but not in the way that you think. And I'll give you the words, exactly the words he said to me. He said, it's not me returning to you. It's you all returning to me. It's us returning to him. Okay? And I thought, wow, that's very different, isn't it? It's a different way. And I feel this is a fundamental part of where we are. This return, if you want to call it return to Christ consciousness, it doesn't deny any religion or anything like that. And it's a return to God. And I feel that many of us are returning to God, but not returning to religion. And for all the reasons that we know. But let me tell you something that occurred to me the other day. We were travelling down to see my wife's parents, and there's been this building in a village empty for years. And I went past and I thought, oh, they've done it out, they've reformed it. And on the front it said Christian Centre. Okay? Christian Centre. That's all it said. And I felt something lift inside of me. Like, how beautiful. How beautiful. I have lots and lots of clients who are from the US who go to non-denominational churches where people just get together and give thanks. As was the intention, I believe, when all religion started, just to get together and give thanks. And I've liked that idea. I've never liked doctrine. Because doctrine is propaganda. I've never liked that, nor the rules and the regulations and everything. And it's not obviously man imposed that on man because that's what they do. But we have no right to impose any rules on anybody. That's not our job. But the idea of coming together and just coming together to give thanks to God for everything that we have, I think is absolutely bloody beautiful. And I'd be very happy, I was saying to my wife, if there was something like that, I'd be very happy to get involved. Only as a way of joining people, coming together. There's something about people. There are two groups that I see, and maybe you agree or disagree. The people who love God, right, and I meet lots of them, they just love God. They're very refreshing to be around. The people who love doctrine, they're a pain in the arse. Can't stand being with them. And the ones who want to start quoting scripture and lecturing you and, boring. But the people who just love God and who say, isn't it beautiful? Aren't we should be so grateful for what we have and thank you, and beautiful. And I just think we're in a time where, and I think there's going to be a lot more movement in that regard of us understanding who we are, where we come from, understanding our potential, and understanding the relationship that we have with a higher power. And I just think it's going to be a very beautiful process that we're going to find ourselves in, that we're in now, but I think that there's going to be more and more of it. So there we are. I don't know what you think. Some people have been burned so badly by religion that they would never walk back into a church or something that professed to be a church. I understand that. I was like that for 20 years. But now, I don't know. After you've had a chat with Jesus, chatting away with Jesus, I was, things change. Well, after I've had 4 years of beings, light beings coming to me, I'm starting to think, well, there might be something in this shit, eh? There might be something about this that I've got to pay attention to. So I haven't got a problem at all with that reconnection with God and whatever that being is that I talk to that uses the name Jesus. So, yeah, why not? Why not? If it makes us happy. At the end of the day, all our beliefs have to do is to make us happy. That's it. If our beliefs don't make us happy, change them. We have to change them. Why carry miserable shithouse beliefs that make you feel shitty every day? Change the bastards. Give yourself something nice to believe in. Why not? We never know anyway. We'll never know until we shuffle off this mortal coil, so we may as well believe something that's going to make us happy. Yeah? It doesn't matter about being a realist. Don't kid yourself. Well, I would prefer to be a realist and miserable. Realist and miserable. What's that about? No. Be an idealist and happy. Yeah? Or whatever. Be whatever and happy. That's it. That's the measure. All right. Have a beautiful weekend. I love you all, and I'll see you all next week.